good? How are you, sir? Do. All right, that's good enough. Yeah. Three eggs. All right. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Daniel, what's good, man? Bring that up to a boil. Whap. I'm doing really well, man. Yeah, today was really nice. How was your day? Hope you're leading into your nice Easter weekend with a nice bang. Nice and easy today. I hope work wasn't too hard. Nothing too crazy. Okay, yeah, so tonight, best week. Hey, right on, dude. I like to hear that, man. Yeah, so tonight, yeah, we are going to be doing just a little bit of spicy miso. For some reason, like, so this morning was like hella gloomy. Like, I'm talking like it was gray, it was weirdly snowing. It stopped snowing, and the sun's out. Calgary. But like, so we just decided, or at least I decided, I was like, well, this morning it was gloomy, so I was like, you know what, I can really go for some ramen. So we're going to be doing that today. So we got some spicy miso ramen on the go. It's going to be basically like my quick fire ramen. Nothing like ultra traditional, but at the same time, we're going to just try to do it up. Lots of flavor. And then I'm going to be doing a strawberry cheesecake pastry, which I think should kind of hit, in my opinion. It should be the right amount of like savory, creamy, but not overly sweet, which is my hope. Okay, so I got that defrosted. I'm just going to go ahead and hit that in the cooler for a little bit until I get to it. Oh. Right on. How's the person in the corner? She's not home yet. She just ran into a few extra, because again, she works at a law firm, so she's just trying to get all the extra paperwork done before this long weekend, so it was a bit of a crush today. She'll probably be home in probably about maybe, what time is it? 5:06, so she'll probably be home in like maybe 15, 20 minutes. Something like that. Okay, so anybody that's in the chat, welcome. So in the back right now, I got some water. I'm going to be simmering off some eggs. I'm going to be doing like a kind of like a soy braised type of egg. Once I get it cooked off, it's going to be like roughly like a 7-minute egg. Luckily, they don't do divorce stuff. It's mostly like property stuff, and then like sports related and like accident related law. Ray, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live. But yeah, she got some like intensely smart lawyers working with her. You know what I'm saying? Justin, yeah, miso ramen, yeah, dude. It's not going to be mad traditional. This is my version of more of like a quick fire ramen, something you can do at home. Super accessible. You don't need once you get all the ingredients for it. You just bought Azaro Wanted. What is that? And Michaela, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Am I good at cooking? I'm okay. I've been cooking for about 25 years professionally, so I'd say I'm not too bad. Oh, it's a fragrance. Dope. What's the flavor, or sorry, not flavor. What's the fragrance profile? Nice. So that's coming up to a boil. I'm just going to go ahead and throw in my eggs. A really weird hack that I saw recently is that when you take your egg, you have like the fatter part and you have like the more pointy part of the egg. So if you just give the bottom part just a small break and throw it in, it actually, and I've been using this method just to try out for the last couple of days with my wife's, what do you call it, with her soups for her lunch. And it seems to work pretty damn well. Like, I'm actually Surprised. So yeah, those are gonna go in. I'm gonna set it. So it's about. I'm gonna pull it out about 5:17. So it's gonna be about roughly about a 6 to 7 minute egg. Zakia, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Bridget, what's good? Happy Thursday to you too. It's good to see you. How has your week been? Or actually, how was your day? Right? Everyone's, I assume, is going into the long weekend, so it's gonna be a nice old 4-day off for most people, I guess. Right on. So I got the eggs in the back. Those are going to go. Right here, I'm just going to get this guy up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and boil off my ramen, just the ramen noodles, just to kind of get them pre-blanched. Like the hat, yo, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's my homie's brand. So I always try to rep my homies. Yeah, so I'm just going to get my ramen noodles pre-blanched. I always do recommend, I'm going to be using more of like a fresh prepared ramen, so I always recommend using a more of a fresh ramen as well as pre-blanching your ramen ahead of time, just because the real secret to a good chewy ramen noodle is something that's been pre-blanched, and then you reheat it with the broth, so you got that good chewy bite without it being ultra soft. Okay, so that's going to come up. I'm just going to grab my noodles. Where are you? Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the water with just a little bit of oil. Right on, right on. Do you like food too? What kind of food do you like, Drew? I take customer service calls for Canada Post. It was a hell of a day. Yeah, dude. It must have been. Damn. You must have been just crazy busy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with like 2 decks of ramen. Pizza. Nice. Yeah, I love me a good pizza. Let me ask you, if you like pizza, have you tried that thing? I see it on TikTok recently where it's like you go order like Indian tikka masala, either like the mild stuff or the spicy stuff, and you get like an Alfredo white pizza, just like a cheese white pizza. Susan, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. And then you dip the fucking pizza into the tikka masala. It looks so fire. I actually might try it on like one of my lives coming up. Where am I located? I'm in Calgary, Alberta. Oh yeah, dude. Like people just don't understand. Like y'all need a holiday too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, where are you located? So I'm looking about 3 minutes away on the eggs. This is now on a boil. Yes, honey?
I want to put more water.
Sure. Here. Okay. On top here. Boom. Like that. There we go. Saskatchewan. Hey, right on. I would replace my cupboard handles, except that I rent, so I could care less. Who is that? That's my daughter. It's my little BB. McT, what's good? Hey, good to see you, bro. How was your day? I hope you're having a really great lead into your weekend, and happy Easter weekend to you too. Are you doing anything special with your family for Easter Sunday? So I'm just gonna let that go, do its thing. Okay, so while my noodles are cooking and I got my eggs going as well, what I'm going to start on is I'm gonna get some of my strawberries kind of done up. So I saw these kick-ass, like naturally imperfect strawberries. I love imperfect strawberries. How old's my daughter? She is almost 7. She's becoming a big lady. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some of these strawberries. They're already pre-frozen, which is awesome. So when you throw in your sugar to macerate them, they'll actually break down a lot more considerably, right? What I like about the imperfect ones is that they're sliced width-wise, not lengthwise. So you get really huge chunks, which is nice. And being that it's frozen, it's already, when it's defrosted, really amplifies the amount of sweetness. So I'm gonna go with about 2.5 tablespoons for the strawberries and let these sit. So they'll create a really nice type of syrup. Dave Marie, hey, I appreciate it. You know, we out here trying. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have shrimp and roasted turkey. Right on, dude. Yeah, I think me and my in-laws, we decided we stopped doing turkey, or we don't do turkey that often, just because it takes forever. What we actually went over to was doing like roast beef. And do I have an Easter dinner planned? I don't know. I think we'll just play it by ear because I think we're gonna wait to see what the in-laws are saying, and then we'll probably go with that. Mahideub. Thanks so much for the follow. I apologize if I completely butchered your name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like roast beef, just because, again, turkey is like good, but we always find it's kind of plain. It's one of those, you know what I mean? It's just, you have it like a few times a year, which is fine, but it's one of those like types of poultry that, you know, you can take it or leave it. I think some years we've also done like a nice roasted ham, which I thought was really nice. Yo, Chinese takeout though on a holiday is a classic. Like Chinese takeout on New Year's is like, it's one of those, like one of my favorite things. Just because I love Chinese. I love like North American style Chinese food. It's amazing. I'm a good dad. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the compliment. Abdul Hassan, what's good, man? How are you? It's good to see you. Yo, Bobby Chow's in Edgemont. What's funny is I remember what's awesome about that location is that I have a huge history with that because I grew up in Edgemont as a kid, and Bobby Chow's used to be a bar. So when me and all my homies turned like 18, it was just in walking distance to that spot, and there was like a spot up on top. I can't remember what it's called. Whoa, overflow. But I love Bobby Chow's. It's a little on the pricier side, but they do a really insanely nice holiday Peking duck, which I really appreciate. Like any place that does a really good, consistent Peking duck is amazing. It used to be a bar, yeah. I believe, oh man, what was it called? It was called Manhattan's. Way back, I'm talking, this is like in the 2000s, like early 2000s. Don and Bella, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. But either way, I mean, I remember that as a kid. It's funny though, because there's also the I believe there's Edgemont Palace at the top of the hill as well. That was hugely popular for the longest time. Bobby Chow has like kind of knocked them off their pedestal a little bit, which is awesome. Because I think for a little while they were what do you call it? They were used to being like the only game in town in that area. And what kind of food do I like? I like most foods actually, because again I'm a French trained chef, but I really do enjoy things that are a lot to do with Asian fusion. And things that are like Eurocentric fusion, so things that French technique but with like European flavorings. And then like earlier in my career, I specialized in a lot of Mediterranean style foods. So Greek, Portuguese, which I thought was all pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys cooled off. I'll pull that ground beef, boom. Okay, so for the ramen itself, it's not going to be like the most super traditional ramen, but at the same time, exquisite palate. You know, we always tried, hey, a hat on hat. Look at that. Lambo, what is miso? It is fermented soybean paste. What cookware am I using? We are using, and Rory, thank you so much for the rose, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, and Canadian Cat Lover, thank you so much for the gifts as well. I appreciate you so much. That's awesome. I love when I get a cap. Do I like gaming? I haven't gamed in a little while. I'm a recording engineer, so I always say recording is always the game that you can't win. You eat everything I cook. I appreciate you, man. Oh, an origami crane. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, we are definitely doing dessert today. Because again, a little bit of like hearty soup with some dessert is awesome. And to come back to the cookware thing, right now I'm just basically using, I think this is Gotham. Yeah, Gotham brand. It's actually a really nice brand for the price value. Because I think you spend like 300, you get a crap ton of stuff. Okay, so now in this pot, I got some just clean water. I'm just gonna go ahead, bring this up to a boil, and I'm gonna start my ramen stock. Hey man, and I appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you so much. And again, welcome to the live, man. You're gonna love the community that we have here. SWT Dema Diamond, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. I mean, ideally, everyone would prefer their ramen stock be made with clean water. What's for dessert? Tonight we are doing a strawberry cheesecake pastry. So what I did is I took some frozen strawberries, and then I just macerated them. What that means is you're just hitting them with just a little bit of sugar, and you're letting them sit. So what the sugar does, it helps really break down the strawberries further, like the flesh, and what it does as well, just like salt, it kind of helps extract this really kick-ass kind of strawberry syrup, right? Very thick, right? So to this is about roughly maybe a cup and a half of strawberries to, I'm gonna say about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, you followed last time when Indy was on. Hey, right on, man. Yeah, Nanners is on her way home. She just got kind of held up with some because again, it's the long weekend for us. So a lot of real estate stuff just last minute had to go out and then it hasn't come back in. So she's going to be held up for a little bit. Kelly, what's good? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, 4-day weekend, dude. That's fire. Doesn't happen often, but it's going to be a really nice Easter. So we got the Easter bunny pick up a bunch of treats for our little one, and we're going to have a good old day. I'm kind of hoping that the weather turns up so we can go do something outside.
Wait, what are we doing outside?
On Sunday. Maybe, hopefully it's nice out, we can go out and play.
So wait,
Who's in the other room? It's my little lady. It's my little daughter.
I wrote a note for the Easter bunny.
Oh, you wrote a note for the Easter bunny? Oh, nice. Yeah, make sure you put that onto the side so you can leave it for the Easter bunny. Right on. To me, thanks. Dema Diamond, thank you. I appreciate you.
Since I wrote a letter to the Easter bunny, I think she's going to write back.
Yeah, she probably will.
Because Easter bunnies really know how to, like, write.
Well, with their big paws and stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
They're all very good at writing.
Yeah, they are really good at writing.
Me. I can't believe that.
You have work on Monday, but a 3-day weekend is still good. Hey, any extended weekend is the best kind of weekend. Okay, and yeah, the secret to the ramen, you'll see, man. Yeah, because again, it's not like the most traditional ramen of all time, but at the same time, what I'm trying to do is just showcase that you can do a really good ramen. But the real hack is to just, once you have the ingredients on deck, you have so many portions you can make, and it's awesome. So it's really all about the components that you're adding in. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go ahead and peel the eggs. So they're again, these are like the 6.5 minute 7-minute eggs, right? So you get a nice soft center, right? Relatively nice. The inside should be more or less cooked, but it'll be still very jammy, which is really nice. Positivity troll. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for rolling through with the positivity. The Easter Bunny is trying to write back that. Yeah, dude. Oh, and they will. My little one just made a nice note for her, so we're going to make sure that the Easter Bunny does write her a note back as well. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and peel these eggs. No, they're just regular Canadian cat lover. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. And Rory, thank you so much for the roses as well. I appreciate you as well. There's something in my cabinet. Yeah, ingredients, food, the usual. And Rochelle, how are you? It's going good. How's your day? Yeah, it should be pretty good, I think. Should be a nice, calm meal. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and peel this one. Boom. Throw that in. Okay. Dump the rest. Alrighty. So we got our peeled eggs. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to add just a dash of cold water, just about maybe 2 tablespoons to the bottom. Then we're going to go ahead with I'm using the Chinese brown braising sauce. So what this is soy sauce, mirin. It has like a combination of what do you call it? Hu Shao Sigma. Just doing some spring cleaning. Yeah, it's about that time of the year. Ramen every day for a year or pho? Man, that's a huge question. Yes, you can definitely get this at Superstore. That's where I got it. So what this one has, it's like your soy sauce, sugar, rice wine, a little bit of water. It does have MSG, which I don't mind. It has like, just your basic components to marinate, right? So you're just going to add that in, right? And this is going to give you a nice dark seasoned egg. So I have that much in. I'm just going to add in a little bit of extra water just so it kind of covers the top of it, okay? And the real secret to when you guys do marinated eggs is instead of covering it with, plastic wrap, use paper towel, okay? And the reason being is because plastic wrap, because it doesn't absorb liquid, it will then cover your liquid, but it'll push a nice clean kind of lid onto the top of one of your eggs, and you won't get enough coverage, whereas the paper towel absorbs the liquid and you'll get a full coverage over your egg. So I'm just going to go ahead and just leave this onto the side for now. And what is it soaked in? It is soaked in water, and I'm using a brown braising sauce. Okay, so you can use this on pork, chicken, beef as well. It's really, really nice for slow braising. It gives you that really nice savory overall soy sauce flavor, and you can just like kind of cut everything up, put it on rice. Same thing with your eggs. You can just do it on eggs, put it on rice. It's an awesome breakfast. Right, and again, it's a really cheap purchase. It's like $3-4, but it's awesome because you can use it for a lot of other instances other than just braising meat. It's really good also if you wanted to like deglaze, like a pan, if you're just like sautéing in butter and garlic, a little bit of like broccoli or bok choy or anything like that. Put a splash of that in there with a bit of honey. Give it a quick toss. Done. A little bit of white pepper. Boom, and then you can serve that as is. It's a really, really great item. Okay, so while this is going now, so now I have my eggs kind of marinating, I'm going to go ahead and start my broth. So for the broth, it's usually it's pork based, but to find pork based or like pork soup base, it's kind of hard. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead with chicken. So we're going to cheat here, okay? So we're going to use chicken as like the main broth base, okay? And then for the ramen broths themselves, they oftentimes, whoops, you don't need this one. They will oftentimes have, you'll put like a little bit of shiitake mushroom. So to substitute shiitake or like the dried mushrooms, you're actually going to use a little bit of mushroom broth as well, like powdered mushroom broth, because this has those components just dried up and ground. So we're going to add in a little bit of that. That's going to add in your darker flavors or your depth flavors. Okay. And And then we couldn't find any bonito flakes in like a smaller bag. You have to buy like a joint, like a boom. So I didn't want to do that. So instead, we're actually substituting a little bit of bonito broth soup base as well. So I'm just gonna. You don't need a lot. This is actually quite strong. So you're gonna use about a tablespoon to tablespoon and a half, just to kind of up again the umami and savory points. Okay. So that's the basis of it. Oh yeah, nice. So it's a very meaty kind of broth. So then into the ramen as well, I'm gonna go ahead. I have some extra like just old dry green onions. So I'm gonna cut the stems off, right? Green onion stems go in. Okay. Then I'm gonna just follow with just a hint of garlic powder, just a small dash of that. A little bit of ginger powder, boom, and just a small hit of white pepper. Because again, you don't want to overdo it with white pepper right away, because we're going to try to add sriracha just to bring up the spice at the end. Extremely cost effective. And oh man, hey, what's good? Thank you so much for that. Canadian cat lover again. Thank you so much. Yeah, extremely cost effective because again, like I said, this might cost you a little bit right off the top, but all these ingredients in your fridge and in your cupboard, you'll have for weeks, right? You can just have it over and over, and you'll have enough to make portions, like really large scale portions, right? And that's super important, especially anyone that's on like a budget. And you can also go get your ramen noodles dry, which is also awesome. Yo, I appreciate you for doing that. Iron Maiden, what's good, man? It's good to see you, dude. I hope you're having a really great day. And how's it going? It's going really well, man. Today was pretty productive. I really enjoyed it. Will boy, yeah, dude. Yeah, so yeah, because again, for some reason this morning was like super gloomy. Like there was no sun, and it was for some reason still snowing. Or trying to snow this morning. So I was like, we're going to do a nice hearty soup, something that's warming, get your day going. Your day's going good? Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. Okay, so we have all our components in, and the last couple components will be some nice, just a little bit of white soybean paste. Okay, so it's this guy right here. You can choose any brand, but as long as it's like a white soybean, it goes really well with your accompaniment. So this is what really makes it a like a like a white miso. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull all that. And the best part about this is that you can take this paste. It lasts forever, by the way. But you can take this paste and you can just go ahead to about a tablespoon of that in because it's quite rich. Actually, let's go a little bit more. I'm just gonna go maybe a tablespoon and a half. Okay, it's actually quite rich, but the best part is you can take this, boom, leave it in your freezer, pull it out for 5 minutes, and it's already soft, good enough to scoop. So it's a really, again, cost-effective flavor profiling thing to have on deck, as well as what I'm going to be doing with the beef. It's also good to have. Okay. Matching with the t-shirt. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. The white paste doesn't necessarily give it creaminess. The white paste is actually one of the main components of miso, right? That's the soybean flavor in the broth. So what that's going to do is it's going to add a really good, like, again, it's like an umami hit, basically, right? It's going to really attach itself to the garlic, the broth components, as well as the garlic and the ginger. It's going to just kind of bring it all together and make it like its own thing. So that goes in. So that was your little bit of miso. And then to finish it off, like any good ramen, we're going to hit with, this is toasted seaweed. I really always want to make sure that I add in just a little bit of seaweed flavor, just because, again, it's a very, very notably Japanese kind of flavor profiling. If I don't right now, I am on the verge of almost releasing my Patreon with all of the recipes that I've done, plus all the recipes that I've done in my plus I'm going to be compiling recipes that I've written down over the last 20 years onto this. So I will be sharing it with you guys. But if you do want any of the recipes that I've done on here, go ahead and visit my YouTube channel. I do all my replays on there. I just released all the replays. And then you guys can just watch the episodes that you guys kind of missed or weren't able to catch up on. And I'll have those up there for you, okay? User 4548, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Only used to the bot ramen? Of course. Because again, what do you call it? When it comes to things like ramen and again, like Asian type noodles and foods, I'm just trying to just kind of break the norm, right? Make it like show that it's really, you can do it at home. You know what I mean? Really, everyone's capable and all that good stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead, let that simmer off, do its thing in the back. So it's gonna give it a quick taste, just to make sure we're on track. Yeah. Okay, so to that, we're also going to be adding in a little bit of extra soy sauce at the end to kind of brighten up the bowl. But the components will all be kind of there. Oh, definitely. If you got the spare time, by all means. And Liddy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome. Why my hat on funny? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of sits on the dome like that. Shannon. Yo, but Mick T, once you start getting into the habit of cooking, you'll start to love it. That's always been my opinion. You always end up just really enjoying it, right? And that's super awesome to me. Interesting cooking, yeah, man. Again, I'm just trying to make everything kind of like more accessible. You know what I'm saying? Make it so that everybody can do it. Okay, so in this pan right here, I'm going to be cooking off just a little bit of ground beef. Okay, and that's going to be the miso beef component. And it's a good use of, like, if you have ground beef that's starting to that's going to start to turn eventually. This is a classic way or method to preserve it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, just break up our ground beef into the pan like so. Boom. Okay, just going to give my hands a quick wash. Hi, we can.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, and then just let this cook out. I'm gonna turn that up to a 5. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this guy cook out. Yes, and I do have char siu pork that I made prior, and it's just I pulled it from my freezer, so now I got some of that going on deck. It'll be awesome. Jesse, what's good, man? It's good to see you. Absolutely, and like again, you know what I mean. Like all I ask is that when you get into your kitchen, just put yourself into it. You know what I'm saying? Get into the mode. You know what I mean? Put on some nice jams. You know what I mean? Start cooking, dude. Yes, that is the one and only Nanners. She just walked in the door. Yeah, but then again, it is kind of funny when there is another Shannon in the room. She's just like, okay, well, there can only be one. And then the swords come out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just continue breaking this up. What you want really from your ground beef is that, again, this is extra lean ground beef, so it has a bit of that fat content. You really just want to like make sure all the water is kind of cooked out of it. Okay? And you want this like relatively ground, okay? Nice. It's true, we do love Nanners. Yeah, it definitely was a day, I'll say that. Okay, so that's on the back. So we're gonna leave that as is. That's marinating. Perfect. Perfect.
I'm gonna go grab the Ouija board.
You're gonna go what in the what? You're gonna grab your Ouija board? Dang, she actually gonna go ahead with it. Right on. Can't wait to see this thing. So, that's hilarious. Yeah, Shannon practices witchcraft and stuff like that. And what's awesome is that y'all summoning demons over there. Not demons. Hopefully some really kick-ass spirits. But she, what is it? She has this inherited Ouija board from her grandmother from like the 70s. Like before like people like had like the stigma of Ouija board. So it's an original. And I think it was the same grandmother that tried to contact like her like ex-husbands with it. So there's some like...
Ex-husband, he died.
Oh, okay, yeah, dead husbands.
He died.
She's just dead husbands. That's all. Yo, here, bring it. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. That's an original.
Or at least 70s.
70s. Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
But it's relevant to tonight.
It's relevant for this evening, is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got spooky classes, so yeah, dude. And it's awesome because you know, ex-husbands. Yeah, I know, but it's awesome because since having that in, and like we have like her grandmother's, like we had like some of her like ashes, and we have one of our like cats that passed away. We have her ashes up on the thing. Sometimes you'll just be sleeping, like I'll be passing out on the couch watching a movie, and you'll just feel someone just physically just staring at you from behind. It's hilarious.
It's usually Bandit.
It's usually but it's usually one of our cats that is alive.
But Bandit is alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's again, it was a really well preserved Ouija board. Like everything about it. Like the board.
Bandit exists.
Hey? Yeah.
This
Bam,
is Bandit.
bam.
She likes to stare at people.
Yeah, she's if you feel anybody staring at you in our house, it's usually that cat. Played with them a lot, yeah. Because we always loved the idea of like taking them out to like the graveyard or to like more like an older site and giving them a try. Do a seance or something. I thought that was always interesting.
Like, I'm not out there to just summon demons or cause problems.
Yeah, but we're not here. It's true. We're not here to conjure up like demons. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk to like some like Bandit waved hi. Yeah, she did. Yeah, we're definitely careful because again, she practices and it's something that she does respectfully. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't practice witchcraft, so it's something that's like completely out of my realm. It's something I wouldn't do personally as well, on my own, without a guide or like an expert. Usually tragic, yeah. And that's kind of part of it. That is kind of part of it. Okay, so I got my ground beef nice and crumbled up and seared. One of the secrets to preserving this beef, and it's a classic technique, is again I'm going to use up the rest of this miso soup base. Okay, so you're actually just going to go ahead and shoot this in about just the rest of it. So this is about 2 tablespoons to a half pound. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and sear this into your beef. So the amount of salt that's in the soup base mix, classically speaking, has been used to help preserve things like ground pork and ground beef for longer periods of time. And this is a really great technique so that you don't have to continually keep adding in a lot of too much extra flavor into your broth. Whereas you can let the other ingredients, as you layer them, kind of speak for themselves and come in as a whole, which is really, really awesome. Okay. So our ramen is pretty much good to go, other than like the few things. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill that heat. And this is just going to go ahead and simmer in the back here. Boom, just like that. And let's go ahead and get started on our pastries. Okay, so we got this, we got this. So I got, we picked up like a yuzu pastry. Again, it's like a Japanese lemon, not pastry, yuzu cheesecake. which I thought would be really awesome to try to use in kind of like a packaged pastry, right? So move that here, and then I got my cooking tray. Boom. Again, I'm using non-stick, but with non-stick, I always try to give it a just a quick small once-over of cooking spray just to make sure it kind of sears the bottom, but it also slides off very easily. Yo, President's Choice desserts, like, I remember President's Choice stuff, like no-name brand stuff from like the 90s, and it sucked. Like, their game was upped in like the mid-2000s, and it's always been good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been surprisingly good. Oh no, it's starting to stick. That's fine. This'll do. I think I'm going to do something similar to what I did with my Jamaican patty then. Okay, so peel that. Boom. Okay, that's as is. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go ahead and just kind of re-flatten out and make the dough layer even first before I do anything. Okay. Spread these out, just like that. Okay, just go ahead, give that a roll.
Ooh, rolling pin.
Mm-hmm. All right,
You
cool.
planned that very well.
Thanks.
Because you are a good chef.
I appreciate it. Okay, so for this, okay, just make sure it's kind of relatively squared. And then what we're going to do here is I think we're going to do pockets. Yeah, she is. She's my baby. So what we're going to do here is I think we're going to do pockets. So what I was thinking is, because again, when you're going to deal with like pre-made cheesecake, or even cream cheese for that matter, one of the real good ways to deal with it is I have it kind of partially frozen. So it's not like rock hard, but at the same time it's like hella cold, right? So that's an important factor. And then what I think I'm going to do here is I'm just going to just kind of slice it in a way that gives me squares. And then I'm going to lay the squares down on the sheet, and then I'm going to fold around it with a little bit of the strawberry. So with that, I think I'm going to be able to get roughly, say, 9 portions out of this, realistically. Let that fold right there. So here, yeah, so we'll go 3 lengthwise. Can I get away with, yeah, so I'm going to do larger squares. Okay. And we'll do like larger pockets. So with, okay, ketchup. No ketchup tonight. Hey. Hey, whoa, that's tight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for doing that. Canadian cat lover, man. You coming out tonight. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be cutting out nice squares. That'll go right into the center of those. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This cuts actually like fucking cuts nice. All right, so boom, boom. Let's do another few. Okay, whap that. That was tight as hell. Yo, I appreciate you for doing that, dude. I really do. Okay, so we're gonna be hitting with a bit of this cheesecake here. Bam. Bam. Okay, like that. That. Okay. And just need just a touch more to crumble on. So I'm just gonna go fill that like there, right there. Okay, cool. Okay. And then now I'm gonna hit with my macerated strawberries. Right, they've had a chance to sit for about roughly an hour, a little less than an hour. So I'm just gonna go ahead with some of those, maybe 2 or 3 pieces. I think 3 should be nice and flat. Right, because again, once this hits in the oven, it'll melt, really congeal into like one whole, nice whole bit. So boom, like that. Yeah, this will smoke. Might not be the prettiest thing on the planet, but I think this will work. This will work. Okay. That thick ass strawberry right there. Boom. That and okay. What are we saying in the chat here? Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be damn good. You saw cheesecake. Yo, hey, everybody, right? Just a little ketchup on top. Hey, you calm down. Y'all chill out. All right, so then I'm going to go corner to corner. Hopefully that will actually do the thing. Okay, corner to corner. That. And like that, okay? So you got these nice little packages. Right, and just give it a nice crimp onto the pan. Oh yeah, I like mad way over defrosted the dough, but that's okay. This will actually work just fine. Okay, that. Okay. And again, guys, if you guys are new, welcome to the live, and I appreciate you for being here. If you guys have any other questions about food recipes, food culture, restaurant culture, any of that, man, by all means, leave the comments in the comments section. I will be happy to answer anything that you got. Dan BT, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. And Walkman, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I hope he really does. Who is my culinary hero? It is, I would say it is a 50-50 between Anthony Bourdain and Heston Blumenthal. Maximus, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome. Definitely, Rochelle, definitely try these pastries, because again, you can buy these pastry sheets in the freezer aisle of any grocery store. I mean, if they got pie dough, they'll have puff pastry dough. By all means, give it a try. And I got everything kind of generally in the freezer aisle for this recipe. So, and remember, I will say I'm not the smartest person in the world, so if I can do it, you guys can definitely be doing it too. All right? If Yan can cook, so can you. Okay, just like that. Well, I guess it'll have to be a 4-stack. Okay, just like that.
You don't need a fruit roll up. Has someone had sugar already tonight because she
Yep.
wants a fruit roll up?
Yep, she already had the cookies.
No. Okay, what do you want to eat with him?
And how spicy we talking? Not too crazy. Just a little bit of what do you call it? Just a little bit of what do you call it? It's Chinese chili. Like nothing too crazy. Because again, I'm just trying to get my daughter slowly integrated with spices and getting used to things like heat and things like that. without it being too overwhelming.
What branded tray is that? The cookie sheet?
The cookie sheet is a Gotham tray as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead with that right there. Boom. And then we'll put the final 3. So when these go into the oven, they should be in for approximately, I'm going to assume, about 18 to 22 minutes max. Okay, just like that. Cool. This is the first time I've ever been on live and then on time. 6:30 for you?
Yeah, 6:30.
6:30?
Any restaurant recommendations for Calgary? Going there
Next week, Friday. Restaurant recommendations. You have to go to my homie's restaurant. It's called Nan's Noodle House. 100% you gotta go. Amazing Asian style, like all over Asia. Great dishes, and it's a completely vegan place. If you have never had like truly good vegan, you got to give them a try. And then there's also, if you're going to go downtown, I don't really recommend eating downtown because it's insanely expensive for everything, parking, eating, even for walking around. Cecile Guinto, thank you so much for the follow. But I do recommend a few spots. Definitely go visit my friends at Melrose if you're going to go to the Stampede Casino or the Cowboys Casino. That's a really awesome spot there, as well as the Heart Bar is a really great bar owned by Bret Hart. But at the same time, it is run by my friend Chetty, a great chef. He's one of the guys that definitely took me under his wing when I started in bars and restaurants. When we opened the Jameson's brand here in the city. Other than that, like there's a pretty good, diverse amount of restaurants. I do recommend go on 17th Avenue. Give a lot of those restaurants a great try. They're amazing. But again, I recommend any of the restaurants that are outside of the core. So any of the restaurants that are in, like, say, Bridgeland, which is slightly just a little bit out of the core. But anything on Edmonton Trail that was always pretty good. Again, Nan's Noodle House. And anything like in the industrial area. To be perfectly honest, as well. Shokunen, which is hilarious. Yeah, I opened Shokunen. I was there for a few months with Darren. Carne is pretty good, or Carino, yeah. Roy's Korean, yeah, dude. Inglewood as well has some really good spots, it's true. They're mostly, in my opinion, the spots there are actually really good, kind of for your lunches. But if you want some live music, stuff like that, they have some really great spots there as well. As well as the Firehouse in Inglewood is actually really, really nice. They have a great pizza. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very suburby type of thing, but there is, if you are going out to Calgary and you end up going to Banff, there's definitely like a bunch of really great Calgary is actually really good for restaurants. The only reason I'm kind of sick at the restaurants here is because it's a lot of the same guys that came from like the same like Earls and like stuff like that. So it's like you're gonna see a lot of like what do you call it, kind of if it's more like North American fare, you're going to see a lot of the same recipes over and over, which is fine. But, this is why I love things like Asian fusion, as well as, we got like a bunch of really good Brazilian spots in the city that are like open up now. Same with Korean spots are amazing. Yeah, the speakeasies are all pretty good. I do find them a little bit on the pricier side, though, if you do want a good experience. But do definitely hit me up in the DMs if you haven't followed already. Hit me in the DMs. I can definitely hook you up with, there's what's known as backdoor restaurants, or like back alley restaurants, which are like hidden restaurants. I do have a bunch of ones that are really more exclusive, but definitely if you're interested in doing that or having that experience, let me know. Okay, so now I got the pastries going in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for about 18 minutes, and that should be, I'm going to go 19 minutes. I have the oven also set.
Miso+ramen.
gonna set the oven at 400. Miso+ramen, so it's a ramen broth, so it's your basic ramen, which is like a shoyu ramen, which is a soy sauce ramen base, as well as we're gonna add in a little bit of miso paste, which is white soybean fermented paste, as well as balance it out with some extra soy sauce, some green onions, flavor balance it. Then I'm also gonna be hitting with a bit of char siu, as well as some miso ground pork to go in it with a little bit of seaweed. I am actually using fresh ramen noodles, right, that I pre-blanched at the beginning of the stream. Right, you can also get these at Superstore, which is really great. So they're not fresh frozen, but they are fresh prepared and dry. But they're not dried hard. They're actually like soft like this, so that blanching only takes maybe about 3 minutes max to get them nice and chewy. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead, leave them in the bowl, and you're going to add your broth on top of that, and it's going to cook it fully all the way through. Favorite ramen in the city? Honestly, I'm a big fan of Tokyo Street Market. I would say that's got to be like one of my favorite, hands down. Have you tried mango and papaya cheesecake? Yes, I have. Oh my God. Mango cheesecake, first and foremost, is one of my favorite things. If you can get mango and ube cheesecake, also amazing. But a mango and papaya cheesecake, like a mango-based cheesecake with a papaya glaze, is insane. Oh, thanks so much for the crane. Canadian cat lover, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely, you know me. Kelly, you know me. I love green onions is a must. Yes, if you go to your local Chinatown or Asian market, you will most likely see a mango cheesecake. If not, you can probably even find a mango Japanese cheesecake. Amazing. Okay, so I got these little bit of extra green onions here, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop these guys up for my garnish. And we are pretty much on the home stretch here, guys. I'm going to set the timer. Forgot to do that, so I'm going to set that for about 18 minutes. Get that going right here. And again, I have my oven sitting at 400 to get a really insanely nice, quick bake and sear on the pastries, because again, they were really room temperature. So because the house was went from being cold to hot, so that didn't work out in my favor. But whatever, we're good. We'll roll with it. With a cashew and coconut base. Oh, dude, I love that. Yeah, man. Did you try growing green onions in water? I have. The only reason that we don't do it is because our cats keep messing with it. Or the one cat used to mess with it all the time.
Oh, yeah, it's dingus.
Yeah, dingus. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know how onions are with cats. They just don't, it's not good. So we just try to... I actually might even try growing herbs this summer because they grow insanely fast. Yeah, because I might do some really nice soft herbs like my Thai basils and sweet Italian basil, stuff like that. Because I always end up using a lot of that stuff. Same with thyme, rosemary for later in the season. I had ramen here, but it wasn't the best. Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take my green onions. I got cut up right here, throw them to the side. Boom. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and bring this back up to a nice simmer, right? And we'll get that soup going, right? And then we'll have enough time to let the dessert finish. So with the dessert as well, I really wanted to serve it fresh, just in a bowl, really simply, and then I have strawberry shortcake ice cream that I'm gonna put a scoop on top of that. I think that'll just be fire. Super, super gnarly. You grow greens in the tower? What kind of greens? You talking butter leaves? You talking about kale? Or a kind of mixture of everything? But yeah, but the gnats are a pain, yeah. Hey, Rochelle, you too, man. Thank you so much. Made homemade turkey meatballs with cranberries in the middle the other day. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Did you put a sauce? We had meatball subs and fries and gravy. Oh, yeah, dude. Whoa. Yeah, one of my favorite things with meatball subs, in all honesty, is you do meatball sub, like a chopped meatball sub, like you chop that shit, boom, put it into the thing. Then you put hash browns, like you put like bacon, hash browns with green onions into the thing as well, and you dip that in the gravy. My Lord, you're just gonna take a nap. Just topped with gravy, that's always a classic, dude. I love that. Okay, so to this, we're gonna go ahead and take some of our ramen and just a little bit of hot water to just kind of warm it up as well as loosen up the noodles so they're not sticking. Luckily for us, the water in our house goes to like 1,000,000 degrees, so I'm just gonna use that. Get the noodles nice and separated and warmed. Boom. Okay. Give that a nice shake off. Okay. And then, of course, when you do your pre-blanched noodles and you bring them back up to temperature, drain them off as best that you can so there's not a lot of water lock, so that they're nice and loose and supple. Boom. Put a jar of apple cider vinegar with a few drops of oil in for the fungus. Oh, okay, that's a great idea. Yeah, it's interesting. Because again, we might try, because again, we have like part of the house just gets hit by the sun. So I might try to do something this year that encourages that kind of better growth when it comes to our vegetables and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of our soy sauce eggs. It's taken on an insanely nice amount of color, which is awesome. So look at that. Oh my God. Yes, dude. Look at that. Right? So that's about an hour, right? You see that it only has a couple dead spots from where it's leaning up against the other eggs, right? But that's not too bad, right? So we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, actually speaking, before I do that... Ugh. Lordy, lordy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and... I was going to do a quick warm on my char siu, which I don't want to forget. So we're just going to go ahead and split this egg. Nice. Yeah. So that's a nice 7-minute egg. The insides are nice and jammy. That's what you're looking for, right? The yolk itself is still very loose, not all the way cooked, which is good. And you get this really nice layering on the outside of the egg. So that should be a nice little addition. So when you're plating ramen, classically speaking, you're going to put also just a small hit of seaweed, which I generally always have a little bit on hand. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just grab 1 or 2 pieces.
Have you ever cooked kimchi soup?
Kimchi soup? No, I haven't, actually. I might actually give that a try. Do you have like a recommended recipe that I can go with? Or should I just play it by ear? Okay, so that's coming up to a boil. Boom. Okay. Nice. Softer. Okay, so now I got my char siu pork. Okay, I'm gonna unwrap this beast right here. Okay, just like that. Right, just cut. That's like to your liking, but again, in this house, we do like proteins. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave off a nice small deck of the pork. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and give that a quick dip into the stock. Okay, put that aside for a second.
Rochelle can DM you a recipe.
Oh, definitely. Please do. I appreciate it. and I'll definitely take a gander and see what I think. Okay, so that's coming up. Again, when you do give your pork tenderloin or your char siu pork a quick bath, you don't want to go too far, okay? So it's always good to just put it in, leave it for a few seconds, get it back out. Okay? All right, just like that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do I have another piece in there? I thought I did. Am I imagining it? There it is. Okay, just like that. Okay, you're gonna take a hit of the miso beef into the bowl just like that. Okay. Good helping of green onions right on top. Okay, then all you have to do is just wait for this to come to a nice, kind of a nice roaring boil, just so that it is a really hot, good hit of heat right off the top to make sure that the noodles completely fully cook. Came with 850 points, man. I am man. Canadian Cat Lover, I appreciate you for using those points, dude. I really do. Again, that just goes to trying to make sure that I can just promote myself even further, and those kind of things are really appreciated. People like you are actually helping me push my page even further, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so now I got that at a nice boil. Let's go ahead. Nice, yeah, dude. Okay, so you don't need all the extra sediment. Okay, so what you're gonna do then is just go ahead and pour this stuff just nicely over your meat, kind of rehydrate them right away. All right, and then they'll just drip down into your broth or into your noodles. Boom, just like that. Okay, turn that down. And then I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of sriracha. Okay. Just on a few spots. Because again, you can add as much or as little as you want. Okay. Okay. And that is a nice, very basic home-style spicy miso ramen. All right, so you got your nice tea eggs or your marinated egg, a little bit of seaweed, your char siu pork, your miso beef, cured beef. You have your fresh ramen noodles on the bottom, and a very simple ramen hack soup, right? Which again is comprised of your chicken broth powder, your mushroom broth powder, as well as your bonito flake powder as well. Okay, so super easy. You know what I mean? It can be done at home. But again, guys, it is a little bit of money to kind of get it off the ground at the beginning. But once you have the ingredients, you'll always have it forever. You know what I mean? It doesn't take much to replenish those ingredients either. And you'll always have them. All right, so am I missing anything else? That's pretty much it. So if you give me a quick second, my wife's been waiting, so I'm just going to go ahead and serve this to her right away. Okay, one of those. Oh, I do. Hey, right on. do. Okay. Cheers. Yeah. Get it in your face hole. Okay. So, just gonna clean that board up just a little bit. All right. Any questions, anybody? Very basic, right? Basic, easy. And again, I guess without talking, I could have got this done. Whoa! You sent a duck. Oh, dude. Ducky, I love that. Thank you so much. Canadian cat lover, man. I love you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so again, very easy, super accessible. But again, if I wasn't talking, this is kind of one of those recipes that you can kind of get done all at the same time within like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So always really nice to get. You smell cheesecake? Let's take a look. We've got 4 minutes left on the timer. Yeah. The strawberries are starting to kind of gush out, which is really nice. So we're getting a good bit of color. I think the 4 minutes is going to be necessary, but I think it'll be really nice as it comes out.
Have you ever made homemade ricotta for cheesecake?
Yes, I have. It just uses up a lot of milk. But it's if you do make your own milk, it is 100% worth doing. I definitely recommend. If you haven't tried making your own cheese, you definitely got to try it. One of the things I would start with, in all opinion, is make your own mozzarella. It is so easy to make, but so satisfying once you put your own cheese onto your pizza dough that you've made yourself. Leisha, what's good? Thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate it. How are you? Oh, Bruised Heart, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome.
If you were born a potato, what dish would you aspire to be?
If I was born a potato, what dish would I aspire to be? I believe it's called a raclette. No, that's the cheese. Basically, it's French pureed potato with raclette cheese. So it's a very gooey, cheesy potato that's super like loose and smooth, and that's just served on underneath things like braised beef or duck confit with a lot of butter, foie gras, truffles. You know what I mean? Elegant, right? You look ugly, but it's hella elegant.
The brand on your cap makes good products?
Yes. Insanely good products. Yeah, and they had like a deal recently where you just get 3 J's for $15 and it was woof. In getting made cook right, to be honest with you, everything that I bake. When it comes to things that are like dishes like in the pan or standard savory stuff, I don't have a problem with any of that. It's baking. Baking is my biggest hindrance as a chef.
It's because you don't measure with your heart.
Lefse, potato tortillas. Interesting. Ooh. Is potato tortillas, is that very much like papusa? All right. So let's go ahead and let's get a plate dressed up for the strawberries. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to
Have you made any Maltese food?
Maltese food. I don't think I have. It's Norwegian treat. Interesting. Have you tried mashed potatoes in spring roll? Yes, I have. I actually, because I worked at a franchise here called Joey's. That was their potato, like crispy potato. But I do have another version of that I do now. In my opinion, that's much better. But at the same time, I made thousands of those fucking things. Artistic. Yeah, I mean, Joey's like they stay pretty consistent. I mean, from a restaurant standpoint, they do a pretty good job. From an employer standpoint, they suck balls. I got 9 seconds. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull these bad boys out now. Oh yeah, bud. Whoa. Jesus, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, good color. Right, took on a lot of the harder top, which is nice. Still turnable. Yep, not sticking. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead, move this ketchup out of the way.
You moved my ketchup.
I did. I'm mad. I harshed your mellow.
How could you?
How could you?
No, Mommy, fix it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of that on the plate. So let's go ahead with that. All right, I'm just going to go with this guy. That guy looks like a nice candidate. Okay. All right, so again, you're just gonna hit with a couple strawberries. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Then, I wish I had a smaller sieve, which I'll probably end up picking up eventually. All right, so then you're gonna give that just a quick.
20K likes.
20K. Almost at the 20K like mark. Damn, y'all are killing it right now. And thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. It's awesome. Okay, so we got the strawberry boom, and then I'm going to hit with just a little bit of that ice cream. Okay. Yeah, dude.
I sent you a friendship necklace.
Aw, thanks for the friendship necklace, Shannon. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead with some hot water. Okay, give that a roll. Okay. Just like that. And anybody that's an OG follower, a little bit of scoreboard crumb. Okay. A little of that guy in there. And then just to add just a little bit of extra texture in the crunch, I'm going to do just a little bit of pumpkin seed as well. Okay, and there we go. Oh, no. That's fine. Okay, so that's the strawberry cheesecake pastry. Yeah, it's this is going to be the dankest meal. You know what I'm saying? But at least I didn't add a lot. It's not overly sweet from the pastry. The strawberries themselves are actually, yeah, they're still very tart. They maintain a lot of that nice consistency, but they are very nice and macerated. The pastry itself, nice, crispy, gorgeous, and you have a good sweet cream from the ice cream itself. Thought it was paper. It looks like it, right? Yo, deep fried ice cream and strawberries in rice wrap.
Cowboy hat on the sign.
What's that?
You put the cowboy hat on the sign.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that. That's awesome. But yeah, so that's pretty much the dessert as is. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to my lady as well because she has class in the next 5 minutes or so. Okay, you want to take the dessert?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. We're at the end of the road. What did you guys think? I appreciate you guys for being here as usual. What's today? Thursday. So again, I will be back on Sunday for anybody. Well, I'm gonna have bunny ears by popular request. I guess. We are going live on Sunday, sir.
Because on Sunday we have Easter Day because we have to wear bunny ears.
Yep, it'll be
and
bunny ear day.
I have to wear my bunny hat.
Leisha. Again, I will be back, guys, on Sunday. Yeah, we'll be doing like some sort of nice little feast, I think. So look out for that. I will probably be posting about it on my page. If you guys haven't already, hit that follow button. Again, if you guys are new here, welcome. I appreciate you guys for joining this live, sticking with me throughout this whole hour and a bit. As well, if you are new, just so you know, I do post up close and personal video of every dish that I do on all my lives. So I'll be posting that probably tomorrow or the next day. So you guys can get an up close look at that. If you guys want the recipes for any of my dishes that I do live, please feel free to hit me in the DMs.
Or a spoon.
I was thinking about just grabbing from your soup thing. Hit me in the DMs or go ahead, check out my YouTube channel where I do all the reposts for all of my, replays from the TikTok. So again, thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Be safe, have fun, and I will see you guys all on Sunday, roughly about 3:30, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Yeah. Other than that, have a good one, guys. Take care.